Welcome everybody, this is Zero to Hero Golf. My name is Jerry. Today we are going to talk about the hinge and re-hinge drill from Paul Wilson. Now before we get started, make sure you're logged into YouTube. Go ahead and click that subscribe button below the video and click the notification bell so you'll get notified of all the videos as I put them out. So we're going to talk about our hinge and re-hinge. Now if you don't know who Paul Wilson is a teaching pro out of Las Vegas. So when you get done watching my video here today, you can just go in the search box in YouTube, just type Paul Wilson Golf, and you'll see his YouTube channel come up. Got a lot of great content on his YouTube channel. I learned a lot from him, and we're going to talk about one of the things that I learned from him right here in this video: hinge and re-hinge. So if you'll notice in the backswing here, my wrists hinge, and then they unhinge and rehinge on the other side. Now, some people call this cocking the wrist and uncocking the wrist, but Paul's really just talking about keeping it simple, just like a door. Okay, now here, this is me practicing in real speed. Now you notice I like to keep my elbow out in front of my torso. You know, not everybody wants to keep, some people keep their elbow to the side, and that's fine too. This isn't about criticizing where people put their elbow. Me personally, I like my elbow to be driven a little bit deeper into my torso, a little bit more out in front of me, not off to the side. Okay. Also, it may be hard to tell in this video, but my right hand, my grip, is in my fingertips. It's really low in the hand. It's not anywhere near the palm. See my right hand? If you want to pause the video, you can pause the video and look at my fingers in my right hand. And you can see I kind of have a weak grip. It's a pretty good strike right there. Just practice this over and over. I hit about 90 balls today. About 45 or 50 of them were just exclusively with the driver. Okay, that last swing was a Paul Wilson swing where I just swung about knee high. Didn't even swing at the ball, just swung knee high. I was just thinking, open hinge, close hinge. That's it. Trying to keep my chest over the ball so I wouldn't have early hip extension, which is a bit of a problem for me from time to time. But I hit the ball as far as I hit it with trying to swing, aggressively. Okay, so you heard it there, right? I swear, I was only swinging, guys, about 50% of my swing effort. 50 or 60% of my swing effort. Barely swinging at this. Just nice and easy. So what are some of the benefits that I personally experienced from a hinge and re-hinge drill? Did I get anything out of it? Well, I did. Quite a bit. And we're going to talk about that here in a moment. We're going to look at this swing sequence one more time. Look at that. Sweet looking swing. Wow. Now Paul's going to give me some grief about my hands being too low in my backswing. We'll deal with that later. Okay, here's a still photo of me at impact. So what are the benefits? Well, let me tell you what I see already that I think is really awesome about what hinge and re-hinge did for me. Okay, and what I noticed right away is that my hips are literally almost pointing at the target. This got to be the best hip action I've ever had. You know, a lot of people, myself included, the hips will stall at the ball, right? In other words, the hips aren't open, they're stalling at the ball, and then we kind of flip at it with our hands and our upper body. Not in this swing. So right away, one of the benefits of starting out nice and easy with hinge and re-hinge drill is my hips at impact are in a great position. Amazing. Now, I actually had a rare experience today, okay? This doesn't happen very often. So this is one of the other benefits I'm going to talk about for me personally that happened with hinge and re-hinge drill. And that is the hips fired first because I was swinging really easy. And that's obvious in this impact photo right here, right? My hips had to have fired first from the top of the swing for us to be in this position. So my hips fired first. But what was happening still is that my upper body and my arms would outrace my lower body earlier in the day, earlier in this session, out in this photo here, okay? And I knew it, I could feel it. My arms were outracing my hips, and I was swinging down with my arms really fast and getting in too big of a hurry. But after a while, I just kept the tempo 50%, nice and slow. And by the time I got down to about the last 15 or 20 balls in this bucket, you know what happened? I was able to get my hips to continue to rotate, and more importantly, I was able to get that elbow out in front of my body. And some you're going to hear some people say they got their elbow in the slot. They got it in the slot. That's what happened when I practiced this hinge and re-hinge at a really slow tempo. I was actually literally able to get this rare experience, which only happened a few times in my 30 years of golf, and I'm not exaggerating, this is true. I actually got my elbow out in front of my body. You can see here my elbow's in really good position as far as where it's located. It's not really to the side of my body hanging back there. It's a little bit out in front of me. Now I would like to see the arm a little bit more bent at the elbow and the right arm, the trail arm. But yeah, I was actually able on a few swings to literally feel that my elbow dropped down, got in front of me, and the hips had already fired and stayed out in front of first. Okay, so we call that proper swing sequence. I could literally feel that the swing sequence was correct. And the ball pretty much went straight in this shot. And Paul talks about this all the time, effortless. Yes, that's exactly the feeling I had swinging 50, maybe 60% of my swing effort. Okay? And the sequence just came together. Now, it didn't come together in every swing because I just started doing this. I only had maybe like 2 or 3 swings where I could really honestly say the swing sequence was on the money. The elbow dropped in the slot. The club got released really well. That all happened because of hinge re-hinge. And no, I'm not paid by Paul Wilson. But of course, Paul, if you're watching this video and you want to somehow compensate me, great. My ears are open. Let's talk. But no, currently I'm not being compensated. I don't get any benefits out of promoting hinge re-hinge. But yeah, that was a big, big benefit. The swing sequence changed and got significantly better on about 2 or 3 swings, and I could literally feel it. It was amazing. It really was effortless. Okay, now I know everybody's going to know, well, that's nice. How far did you hit it? After all, we're talking about the driver. I can just hear everybody, they want to know how far. Did you hit it 290? Did you hit it 300? No, I didn't. At 50% swing effort, let's get real. I hit the ball about 210 yards, and we had about a 10 mile per hour wind in our face, crosswind today. So take it for what it is. Is that it? For some people, they're going to just stop watching this video right now. They're just moving on. They don't want to hear that I hit at 210 yards. But they're not listening. They're really not listening. I was swinging 50% of my effort. That doesn't mean it's going to go 420 yards and double it when I swing 100%. No, that's not how it works in golf. But you want to know how long my longest drives have been to date? Carry 230 yards. Maybe 235 if I'm lucky. So think about that. I'm swinging 50% effort with the hinge and re-hinge drill, and I'm getting 210 yards out of it. And it really was effortless. And the sequence, the sense of sequence being good is, well, a more than welcome experience, right? Who doesn't want proper sequence? So absolutely amazing. So I want to finish this up with future expectations. Okay, what are my future expectations? Well, Paul talks about this, and I happen to agree with him. You got 3 different speeds when you're doing your hinge re-hinge drill. The 3 different speeds are, I'm going to continue to do exactly what you see in this video. I'm going to swing 50%. And I'm going to do that. That might be a few weeks. It might be a month. I don't know. because I'm a results-driven kind of golfer, results-driven kind of guy. I don't just set a time frame and then run off and go do it because the time is up. No, no, no. It's about the results. So if I see in 2 weeks or a month or whatever it takes that I can consistently hit 210 yards at 50% and my sequencing is getting better, I've been playing the game a long time, and over the last year, I put a lot of effort into becoming a better golfer. I'm basically a range rat. I hardly ever go out and play golf on the course. I know I probably should, but time is short when you're a busy person. That's life. But so I'm a range rat, and my golf game has improved dramatically. I went from 200 yards to 230 yards carrying in the driver, but I kind of topped out right there. Okay, so 3 different speeds. One is I'm going to continue to do this at 50% until I can actually hit it 210 yards with a lot of consistency. Once I get there, I'll start blending in 75% swing effort. And it's all going to be about whether or not I can maintain balance, or in other words, sequence. Can I get my hips to rotate first and continue to get the elbow into the slot? Because right now that's only happening literally two swings out of about 50 swings today that happened. Okay? And a lot of people, they can't feel proper swing sequence, but I can feel it because I put a lot of effort into this, and I can tell when my sequence is off. So I can't really teach a sequence. Maybe Paul can do a video on that, and he'll talk about sequence. And then the third, that would be speed number 2, or the second speed, 75%. You start blending it in. And I'm going to keep making sure my sequence is good and try to keep that sequence and that balance good at 75%. And then I'll do that for a while. And if I can master that, guess what? I think the ball will be doing about 230 again, maybe 235. And I'll be right where I was before I learned this, but I'll be doing it with 75% instead of 100% swing effort. And it is amazing how effortless it really is when you make contact and you're doing it right. And then lastly, of course, we'll be looking at 85, 90% swing speed or swing effort, because rarely do you want to be swinging 100, but yeah, we could probably push it to 95% swing effort, occasionally 100 if you're feeling really good on that day, whatever. But yeah, once we get up into the 90% swing effort area, I'm expecting this ball to probably maybe we're going to get 250 carry. Okay? I can tell you right now, for me personally, if I carry the ball 250 yards, this is carry now. If I carry it 250, I'm a happy camper. I'm going to go out and play some golf, and I'm going to score because my short game is pretty decent. Okay, I'm a decent short game player. I've been a 4 handicap in the past, and most of it came from my short game. So I know I can go do it. Pitching, chipping, putting, bunker games is okay. It needs some improvement. So around the greens, I'm pretty decent. So that is my honest opinion and assessment of Hinge and Re-Hinge being taught by Paul Wilson. Yeah, a lot of benefit I got out of this. I'm excited about where I'm headed. This is going to be really cool. I hope I can just find the time to get out and practice more often and really go at this, because I'm very excited about what I experienced at the range today. Absolutely amazing. Okay, listen, I hope you really enjoyed the video today, and we'll talk to you again real soon next time.